But as long as it's functioning now, then it should be good. Though the page doesn't even show that I'm up yet, so let me know if I am. That'd be a fail if it isn't yet. But should be now. Should be. And yeah, hopefully it'll go well. Anyways, let's go into here. As you guys know from the video I did earlier, we do indeed have the change that came into Guild Wars. Now within Guild Wars, or not Guild, Arena. You no longer will ever face a Dawnbringer in Arena, which is going to be pretty cool. Covered that earlier. They mentioned it on the forum as well, if you might have seen it there. But yes, it will now be replaced with those 5 weapons I mentioned earlier. I forget exactly what those 5 are off the top of my head, but they're pretty much all mostly irrelevant. It's like that Titan Slayer one, that red-blue one that hits all enemies, Fire and Ice, that one that heals, Orpheus Loot, that one Bok Chai, whatever you call it, that does extra damage to Daemons, and like one other one, Soul Blade. And that's everything that a Dawnbringer now gets replaced with. But anyways, let's go do the invasion. We still have several battles to do, and we'll finally get to use our main team because we are, or at least our main team more, I should say, because we're finally at this final battle. So we can run with the Ted first slot and poke them with Enraged Spears. So we're going to be going with that. I don't think I have much I really need to revamp here. Just go for that, get the Mangs down, get the single targets down, and we'll pretty much be good to go. Got the Goblin Rocket, got the board control, got our mana generation, got everything we'll need. So let's get into it. Okay, good, it is up then. Also, hello everyone. Hello John. Hello Haley. Hello Bunny Killer. Hello hello Max. Hello Painting. Hello Sea Dog. Hello Captain. Hello Tim. Hello Steve. Hello D. Welcome all, and welcome everyone else. So right off the bat, we'll take that gigantic amount of mana. Thank you very much. We have Goblin Rocket, though nothing particularly good to throw it into. I guess we could just go for some mana for an extra turn red chance right over there. And we didn't get the... Oh wait, we did get an extra turn off of something, apparently. Okay, well that's good. We'll go and Mang into the kill then. We could go Mang for slightly higher stats, but at this point, given his composition, we'll go for first slot. And now we can kill it with either a skull or our ability. I think I'm actually going to go down the... skull route, if we can find it. So we're going to go for that, get our mana. There's the skull we needed. Unfortunately, he double skulled us back. After we do our ability, though, we'll have Enrage, so we will be able to utilize that as well. I guess we'll go and just head down the line. The only real big issue with using this guy in first slot when you don't have multiple, because it would be really nice if we could use multiple, but we don't really have the ability to keep casting that single target. It is much better single target than what a Mang does. Mang will only be doing 31 this week. He will be doing 3 times that. So what is that? That's like 81? Somewhere around there. No, it can't be 81. What's 27 times 3? No, it is 81. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, 81 damage is how much that does. Which is almost triple the amount of damage that our Mang is doing. Okay, none of this is a drop. None of that we need to move. Better off just going for the bear. Oh, but this will remove his barrier, so we can enrage poke him. So I am actually going to go for that right down the center then, in hopes for a skull. Didn't get it though, but we could grab that extra turn that's sitting there, and that does indeed yield us a skull, which... Oh, I was wondering, why did that only do 46 damage? I forgot we were stunned, so it didn't do the 3 times extra damage. I was like, wait, that is way off. But yeah, we were stunned. Oops. That's not good. Okay. We have his ability and we have his skull. His skull actually does do more damage than the ability, so we might as well go and take a skull then. So we'll take that, do that. He'll died out to nothing apparently. Okay, well we'll go for another skull since it doesn't seem to want to kill us. Maybe we'll get a double yellow and go right into another skull. And it's still alive because of its 25% reduction. Very nice. Didn't even think about that. But yes, all we have to do now is go for the Mang, and now, yeah, either ability cast it or kill it with a skull. And we'll just kill it with the ability, of course. That lag. And there we go. The extreme lag. Yeah, I'll need to restart the computer, that is for sure, gosh. Oh, it moved my team back. I hate when it does that. I don't know, maybe it's just telling us that we should go with this. I don't know, we'll put it like that, I guess. I know, all those skulls, but your hero's behind Ted. Well, it really depends which way you want to do it. I do feel like this format's a little bit better. I do want to use some frontline Teds, though. But I feel like you kind of need 2 to really utilize that this week. To have the double Ted up front and then just keep hitting them out. Because if you use your only Ted in first slot, The issue that this brings is once he dies, you don't have anything to clean up the rest of the enemies, and sometimes you will need to do that. But yeah, that's basically my biggest concern with it if we do end up going down that route. Right off the bat, we're just going to do that. Oh, you know what? I could have gone for the Bastion Tower. But yeah, we could easily go for the Skull Poke here, which is going to be the route I'm going to be going for. Going to go for another Mang on him so that we can actually go for the Poke. Probably should have done that in reverse order, but at least this ensures that we kill that out when we get to it. And he's going to be getting all the mana first, so that'll be nice. Right off the bat, we'll go get our Goblin Rocket. This will be the first real board control we'll have. So now we can move anything around that we might need. We'll go take that Skull, and now we should be good to go. Move that over. That gives us everything. Throw a Mang, throw ability, throw a Goblin Rocket, throw a Skull, and that's dead. Actually, I don't even need to throw the Skull. We have it right there. So grab that. Oops, I gave him all that. Not too big a deal as long as he doesn't true shot us again. But we'll go and kill that out. We'll have the Enraged backup in case he kills it somehow. Then we just do a Goblin Rocket, align it, and dead. And down it goes. And still no Valravens. Normally we go at least one Valraven each day, so hopefully we see one soon, because we only have one more battle left. Oh, I forgot. We actually can't see when there's a Valraven. I still hate that about this mode. I don't know why they have it like that. But you can never actually tell when you have a Valraven, because a Valraven can never replace a tower, which is kind of odd. Well, I guess it makes sense because of the game mode, but still, you'll just randomly get 2 sigils out of nowhere, and you have no way of actually specifically knowing if you did or did not get it. So this 53 damage, I think I'm just going to let him have it. I could stop it with a Deep Borer. I don't think it'll be worth it, though, given that we already have all of our manas up. So we'll just throw that on... What's the most annoying tower that he's currently using? One of these is true damage, though I do not know which one that is. I feel like it's the purple one, though I'm not certain. It could be this one. I should have probably double-checked that first. Okay, we'll just do it in first slot, then. One of these does true damage. There it is. Deal 56 true damage. It's split, though. It's not the really annoying one. The really annoying one's green-yellow. But still, nonetheless, I do want to dispose of it. Or we'll go for the brown thing now. So we'll go do that all the way to the right. Got our extra turn. Throw the main combo down, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, the main combo is going to be really interesting next week on raids. Well, 2 weeks from now. Because we're going to have the ability to... I guess we'll go for that one. It's probably the biggest threat. But we're going to have the ability to use Queen Jezebel with Mang, which is a weird combo that, or not a weird one, but it's a pretty decent combo that I personally don't really use that much in PvP and such, but it does function very, very well. So we'll get to see exactly how that pans out in raids. Should be fine, because you just throw the Mang down and then kill everything out. The only real big issue with it is the lack of things to hit last slot, but you'll still have Mang plus the troop that does 3 times damage, so I guess that wouldn't be too big of an issue. And the troop that's coming in too even has the chance to summon a Mang. I mean, I wish. A chance of summoning a Queen Jezebel, which would synergize quite well. It might even have context outside of raids. Currently, no raid or invasion troop is viable outside of the game mode, but the one coming next raids might actually be, due to its ability to keep summoning Queen Jezebels at a 50% chance. It's only 50% chance though, so not that reliable, but still, nonetheless, it is something. We'll go for that, get this up, so we can go to get a poke down. Oh, I was just about to say, we kind of need Goblin Rocket. We can go for a Skull now, kill that out, go for Mang, take the poke, go from there. Depends what ones he goes for, though, but I think that will be the game plan. So we'll go to this, drop that down. That was not in the plan, but that works perfectly. We'll go Mang him, throw the ability down, throw it on first slot because it's guaranteed to have full mana next turn. Hopefully he doesn't extra turn. So we'll throw that down, take that to kill it. And the Skull, perfect, and down it goes. With only 8 HP, but that's all we need, as long as he has at least one. Oh, and there's our Valraven hiding from us. So there's our 2 additional battles, very nice. Hopefully we find at least another one, so we can keep going. If I had 2 times, yes, I would replace out the Goblin Rocket. The team would most likely be... Well, actually, it depends. That actually would be... I don't know. We could probably get rid of Mang. If we really wanted to, if we were to do that. But, yes, if you had to choose between getting rid of Goblin Rocket or getting rid of the Deep Borer, in this context, it would be the Goblin Rocket, unfortunately. Even though it's such an amazing troop. It's not as good as, or at least in this context, it's not as good as his brown mana generation, because you need it for both of your Teds plus your Mang, if you're still running Mang with it. So we'll go for, do I even go for Skull yet? I don't think we do. We don't really need it. I can't take red either. I need a blue right now. Never mind, I'll take the Skull. It's kind of a waste of a skull, but oh well. Too bad we're not Archer class right now. Oh wait, never mind. It wouldn't even do anything. I forgot the towers. Even if we were Archer class, it would do nothing against them, unfortunately. So we'll go, I guess, take some reds, go from there. We'll take some purple. Do we even bother with a skull? Because we're still on pretty much 0 damage, but it does give us the brown we need, so I guess I'll go for it. He's not within the bear range, though. Do we worry about this guy? No, I think I'll wait until we can remove it with the barrier thing. So let me go throw this all the way on this biggest troop. Get that out the way. I might even just go and directly kill it. Then again, it's blocked on all of its manas. I don't need to do that. What I need now is a skull. So we'll go take this. Try finding ourselves a skull. Oh, well, that works out. We'll go take that. Now we can deep bore away his barrier and then go and poke that one out and then get our mana up, mang him, throw the other ability down of Ted, and we're good to go. So we'll do that. He gets a bit of mana. We should probably focus down the brown ones a bit more. We don't have a drop right there, so can't go for that, so we'll just go and kill that out. He will hit us once again. What does he do again? Damage to an enemy, yeah, and that's not too much. It only does half to adjacent, so it's actually pretty trivial since we have the armor values there and everything. So let's go for some reds, try getting a Mang back up so we can get rid of that barrier. We'll throw the Mang to... Mang damage will take away the barrier, but we still get to tear away all the armor. And he even boosts his armor, so now we have enough damage to one-shot both of them, assuming they do not have barrier. And if they do, we could just Goblin Rocket or something. Speaking of that, let me actually go get him up right now so we can go get a skull if he doesn't give us one. And he doesn't, so we'll go and move that down. Get a free skull. And now we just need to find another one, and we'll do that off a second Goblin Rocket. Or he'll just hand it to us. That works too. And down it goes. Hello, Gamer Spra Sempre. Hello, Jason. Welcome. What is a good soul farming team using Fair Shra? Using only one Fair Shra, the best soul farming team you could create would be... Fair Shra, Dragon Soul, Fair Shra, Azurus, and Umberwolf would be the best possible team. If you don't have fully traded Umberwolf, go double Azurus. If you don't have 2 fully traded Azuruses, go anything with Necromancy, like a Warlock or something. But yes, that would be your team. And that again is Dragon Soul, Fair Shra, Azurus, Umberwolf. Everything except Dragon Soul needs to be fully traded on that team. Hello, Sean. Welcome. How do you feel about Clockwork Sphinx last slot instead of Goblin? In what team? Sorry, I didn't see what team you were referring to. Oh, you mean instead of Goblin Rocket? You mean my own team. I see. It could work. It depends how many things they have that does true damage. If it's really true damage heavy, you wouldn't want to do that. But if it's something like what we're up against right now, where they have basically no true damage, okay, they have the 1, but still, a good majority of their team does not have true damage, so under those circumstances, it could be for the board control. I personally prefer the Goblin Rocket, though, just because of how much better he is at landing us skulls, and since our first 2 troops are really skull-focused, I'd rather have the better capability of taking skulls, personally. Yeah, Sphinx can do some nice things. Like right now, we could do it on green, get that red extra turn, go from there. You don't always have the best board setups for it, but when it does, it can get a lot of value. Let's see. Is that really the only move? There's no way that's the only move, but we'll take it. I need it anyway, so it's not really that bad, even if it was. We'll go throw this Mang, I guess, on last slot to dispose of that. Don't really need to worry about these 2. Actually, 3rd slot's probably the biggest threat on his team right now. Then again, no it won't be, because he has a combination of physical damage and true damage, so the true damage that it does is never actually going to kill us. It needs to cast like 6 times in order to really get a kill. And I highly doubt it's going to do that many. Actually, more towards 5, but still, that's it's not going to get even close to 3. So I actually don't need to worry about that. Okay. Of course, with the context of the other tower, the green-yellow one, then that's really scary, but the green-yellow one isn't on the other team. That's probably the first one I would always aim for, by the way. The green-yellow tower. If you're going to die to anything, that's probably the tower you're going to die to. I kind of want another Mang, so let me go for that now. I'm not going to bother with the double tower since he's already fully blocked by the exact same color, so I don't need to worry about that. I'll take a yellow. You know what? He has his ability. Let me kill that now. Not exactly the target I wanted to go for yet, but we'll take it. Since he has full mana, obviously we'll want to kill him too. And we'll stick the yellow, get a Goblin Rocket Skull, and go from there. Any guaranteed way we could take it. Everything that's currently on the board looks like a chance. I can't take these together, because there's no way I could explode it correctly. Or I don't think I can. Oh, no, I could take this one by doing it right there. That'd be a 100% chance to get 1 skull right now. Though it would give us very little mana and very little board movement. but I think I'll go for it because it's 100%. So we'll do that. Take that skull. And now we just need to find one more. I do not have a drop for that, so I guess we'll just go and get ourselves a deep borer. Never mind, we don't have blue, so we'll just take that, I guess. You just get our manas up, try for skull, didn't get it. He doesn't get it either. And Mang is almost enough damage to kill it, but we're just going to go for brown or green. Of course, it's not available. Let's take that, get the borer, throw that down, get our mana, throw down bear, and that is that. Or he'll get barrier. Well, even if he did, we could tear his arm. Oh, wait, never mind. He has no armor. What armor? Well, there we go. And that is that. Oh, another 2. Very nice. We're right back up to 3. Should be able to get quite a few towers in. By the way, I didn't even look at the reward things. How far are we? Oh, we're almost at the next orb. I won't be able to reach it, though, unless other people in the guild end up getting that last little push. But, yeah, we're almost at the next orb. Then we have the double orb, and then, of course, the nice major orb. But we'll go claim this. Nothing special with this, though. It's just a bit of diamonds, gems, all that kind of stuff. Really small. But let's go and finish out our last few battles. Maybe we'll find one more Valraven, luckily. Or, you know what I mean when finding a Valraven. You technically can't find a Valraven in this game mode. It's just you randomly get 2 sigils. But it's the same thing as finding a Valraven. You just have no clue when it happens. You got a team for you been working on, which has been working great. Ted, Carnex, Mech Hero, using the Anvil weapon. Anvil weapon. Isn't that attack plus armor boost, if I'm not mistaken? To a decent degree. And then Goblin Rocket. So you'd keep throwing that on Ted, get the extra boost ratio off his multiplier, and then go from there. Are you doing that with a level 3 Ted? Or, you know, like a base rarity Ted? Or is yours upgraded? Because that could actually be pretty decent if it was upgraded some. I feel like in its current state, Mang... It's actually one of the reasons why I keep wanting to move it back to second instead of first. I feel like at just the base rarity of Epic, it has less value than a Mang. You'd get more value out of its pokes than you would from the ability itself. Plus, after you've cleaned out everything with Mang and your Mang dies, you can use his Enraged aspect to go hit through anything that might have that 75% reduction. There's none on his team, but that brown-blue tower is really anti-skull, but you can enrage through it to hit through his 75% reduction. Well, as I mentioned earlier, this tower is the most annoying. Not only does I think it has the lowest armor out of any of them, not only that, it has the highest damage out of any of them. So that combination makes it really annoying since it's less effective to hit Mang on it, and it's also more dangerous. But right now, all we have is a single green to go get that, so we'll go take that just out of safety's sake. It's almost up to one shot as well. It's 50 true damage, and it will very soon be able to at least one-shot one of our troops, which we'll probably start aiming for. So gotta be wary of that. And of course, once he starts hitting like 80 damage, it starts hitting even our hero in one shot. That is when it starts to become very concerning. We'll go move that over. See what we can kind of get moving here. We'll take this all the way to the left since there's more browns over there to give us a better extra turn chance, which we do indeed land. That Mang was not enough damage, but if we throw another one down, it will be. I'll throw this Mang at the second slot because I don't want to do it on third since this one has more mana and it's blocking the other one anyways. Speaking about blocking, I actually don't want to kill it yet because it is blocking the other one, so we'll just be able to leave that there, throw a deep borer at all this mess, and hopefully get an extra turn. Do we kill this? Yes, I will waste that. So we'll go to that. I kind of want to save it for this thing, but I think we can get a skull out of it, or an extra turn here, and then poke it down again. Or that. That works too. So we'll go to that. Goblin Rocket, dead. Don't even need to do anything else. And we even had a free skull right there, even if that didn't kill. Plus we still had other abilities, since it was an extra turn free skull. There it is. There's the annoying tower. Now, like, an instance like this is where I may want to consider using Ted in first slot, since we'll end up being able to hit right through. But then again, because those other towers, maybe not. Let's see, what team did you mention again? Ted, Carnex, Mech, Hero with Anvil. I think that could work out, though I'm concerned to use it on the true damage towers. We'll go see if we can use it on the next one, because this one has 2 true damage towers, which again is the most annoying one. The most annoying team you could probably face is almost this exact team. Bastion Tower. That one tower that does split true damage. I forget what color it was already. I think it was the yellow one, if I'm not mistaken. And 2 crossbow towers. One in second slot and one in fourth. With that split damage tower in third. That's probably the strongest possible team that you could be up against. This one isn't exactly that, but it's pretty close. Still pretty easy to kill at this level range, though. Once you start getting to the higher level range, when these things like one-shot you, then it becomes quite a bit more difficult. So let me go mang this guy because he's in our way. I can't even skull kill him, even though we have a skull right there. And that is not enough damage. Even if we had bear up front, that would not be enough damage because he's not enraged yet. So we're not going to take that skull. We're simply going to go do that instead. And now we'll need another mang. Unfortunately, if I take a poke now, that will also not be enough damage. Neither of them would have been able to do enough here. So we'll go take that. Unless we had him at 5 times damage, then he would have been. But he is nowhere near that is for sure. At least at the moment, he's not. So I'll have to deal with that barrier now. Of course, Goblin Rocket or the mech thing will be the easiest way to get rid of that. So I'll do it over here. That gets rid of barrier. We extra turn it. Now we can just skull it and be on our way. Go grab that. Wasted some brown there, but not that big a deal. We'll take down the last one first, even though this guy has mana. The main reason I'm doing it this way is because I was hoping I would be able to get a skull before he gets full mana. And that is exactly what we did. And down it goes. And that's that. Because if I would have manged him and then skulled, we would have needed an additional cast, which would have wasted some time. Wow, that is a lot of Bastion towers. Well then. Well, I guess this would definitely be the time to go test it, because he has 3 Bastion towers. So if we're ever going to use a Ted team, we might as well go use Ted team now. Let's see, Ted, Karnex. Karnex I don't feel like would be particularly decent, again, in this particular battle. I'll still go for it. It's a nice mana generation. Mech Hero class using Anvil. I haven't used that weapon in ages, gosh. Oh, there it is. I don't even need to move it. It's in alphabetical order. 31 attack and armor, 2 first slots. Interesting. Very interesting. Not exactly like a Mang, but it would get Ted to be pretty big and hopefully keep him alive. And Goblin Rocket in the back for the board control and for our skulls. Wait, was it not typing? There it goes. Goblin Rocket. Put that there. Okay, so we'll give this a shot. Banner, we do need to change up, though. Summer Banner. Which one's Summer Banner? I assume it's minus blue. Summer, Summer, Summer. Talon. I'm tempted. Let's see. Where's Summer Banner? I forget which one it is. I don't know them by their names. I know them by their kingdom or their color. Summer, Summer, Summer. There it is, Summer Banner. +2 green, +1 purple. Oh, well, I guess that gives us Karnex quicker. Guess that's fine. Goblin Rocket will be a bit slower, but then again, it would have been a bit slower in all the battles. Anyways, let's go see what this could do. Worst comes to worst, I guess we could kill it out with Karnexes, though then again, that might be slightly bad against Bastion Towers, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Let's see. His only way to win is from skulls, isn't it? Yes, once we kill out the second tower, the only way he could possibly win is from skull damage, so we should be okay. Okay, let's go into the Ted, buff him up pretty much immediately, throw him down, get our enrages, go from there. So right off the bat, we are going to want to go and get this Karnex up if we can, some way. So there we go, perfect, exactly what we need. Go through that immediately, even though there's not that many skulls, still really good value. Don't have a drop for this, don't think we even need to go for it at the moment. Then again, let me try getting an anvil. We need brown for that though, unfortunately, and I can't drop anything into it. And we don't use blue anymore either, which feels a bit weird. But, you know what? He doesn't use red, right? No, he doesn't. So let me go for a poke on first slot. And try it out that way. So we'll go take a red here. Drop all that down. Give us a Goblin Rocket. I can take this for a skull. That is enraged, so it will hit through his ability. So I think I will go for that. So we'll go for this. Move that down. Take this skull right here. Any way that it doesn't give him an extra turn. If I take it to the left, he gets an extra turn yellow. If I take it up, he gets an extra turn yellow. So I don't think I can really stop him from doing that. Though left is probably better because he also gets the other thing from it. Then again, I could just let him have it, and then we get all of that mana. How much damage is he doing? 52? He's doing more damage than what we'll be doing with the thing, but never mind, I'll just kill him now. I'm not going to give him anything. We'll give him the one yellow extra turn. I'm not going to give him the brown one, so we'll kill that out, because we do have enough damage already. Now we'll go and buff that out, get our mana right back up, and now we should be within one-shot range for most of the things. I'm actually going to take a skull here, because we can easily go Goblin Rocket, kill that, hopefully, before anything happens. There's a little bit more damage as well. And ideally, this Goblin Rocket will kill it, otherwise we're going to have to waste a lot. Actually, I think I am going to waste a lot preemptively, just to guarantee that it dies, just in case. So we'll do that. I can go for a skull here, and is that enough damage? If the Goblin Rocket hits first slot, I believe the answer is yes. And of course it doesn't, so the answer is no. Oh wait, yes it is, never mind. It's 63 times 3 times 1.5, which is enough. It's something like 250 damage, which is more than what we need. And of course this 75% reduction doesn't do anything when we're enraged. We just hit right past it. And there we go. Go throw another one down. And that'll be that. All we need is one more little poke now. And we could easily do the Alpha Goblin Rocket or anything. And worst comes to worst, we could just kill it with Carnix's high skull damage. And anvil it up. But there we go. I don't know if I would use that for every battle, personally. But it definitely works good if there's like 2 or 3 Bastion Towers. Because of how quickly... Oh yeah, I forgot we're out of battles. But it works pretty decently against the Bastion Towers. Since you're spamming the bear a lot. And he has Enraged. Which hits right through their 75% reduction. Hello, lowlights. You're up against Blast Tower, 3 times crossbow. Oh, gosh. That's going to hurt. That is definitely going to hurt. Yeah, those crossbow towers are for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, the hardest to kill tower. Technically, if you're on some weeks, it could also be the Bastion Tower that has a 75% score reduction. But if anything's actually going to kill you, it's most likely going to be the true damage towers. Particularly when you start reaching the higher range. Like, we're not even at the higher range yet. Probably won't even really be reaching anything excessively high. But if you're starting to get to, like, tower level, like, max, or even just, like, 120 plus, that true damage tower has enough to one-shot you. Yeah, definitely something to look out for. Pretty much your first kill every single time. First 2 kills should always be Bastion Towers, using your 3 times, 4 times, 5 times troops. Or if there's those true damage towers, those crossbow towers, those green-yellow ones that do a gigantic amount of true damage. Because those are the only 2 real big threats. All the other 4 are pretty weak for the most part. They can still kill you, but they don't do anything too over the top that's, like, way out of the ordinary. You can easily just use armor buffs or HP buffs and other stuff against them. Once you reach level 40 in all masteries, are there any weapons to unlock your mastery levels? There's one afterwards, I believe, at 50 all mastery, which is that prismatic shard thingy. But other than that, no, there's no weapons after that. Basically, by the time you reach like level 300 or so on your hero, like 310, 320, you have absolutely every single weapon you can possibly get from leveling. The whole weapon system is pretty dated. Most of the weapon system was set up back when the game was first released, and then they did an expansion of it about 6 months after. But even that's still like over 2 years ago, 2.5 years, almost 3 years at this point ago when they ended up doing that. So it's pretty dated, the whole mastery system, that is for sure. When the game first started, it didn't have any of the dual color weapons, and the masteries only went up to you only went up to hero level 100. But soon after they added hero level 1000. They did add weapons up to about level 300 or so. Technically, you get most of them by about 250. But there is this one that, if I'm not mistaken, you do get at 50 all mastery. It's not that one. It's that's the one you get at 25 all mastery. Okay, I completely forget this thing's name. There's one easy way to find it, though. It's that one. Imperial Jewel. It's one of only 2 things that are player-owned that actually covers every single color. There's Prismatic Orb, which is actually decent, and then there's this thing, which you get at 50 all mastery. It deals a ridiculously low amount of split damage, and then gains 2 magic. This weapon is completely dead content. Even when it was released, it was kind of iffy, if it was even worth using. And nowadays, it is just absolutely horrible in the current meta of the game, that is for sure. Prismatic Orb's still usable. It's mainly used to cover every single color when you're using a Rowan or a Guard's Avatar team. Maybe a few other instances too. Obviously, you'd mainly want to use this with any troop that is extremely armor dependent, since you can keep giving a pretty decent armor buff to a single target while still mana generating. It has a really high mana cost, but it does indeed cover every color in the game, and is the only viable weapon in the game that covers all 6 colors. And these are the only 2 things that do end up doing that. Would be cool if we start getting more. Would be cool if a mythic weapon even did something like that. But at this current moment, those are the only 2, and Prismatic Orb is the only viable one, and it's only very situationally viable. When's the next patch coming out? Probably sometime early May, most likely. We don't really know exactly when. She kind of spoiled it on Monday, and they may have already sent it in. If they have already sent it in to Apple and everything to go try to get the patch confirmed and all that, we could be expecting in about a week or 2. So maybe even by the end of April, but no official date has been given on the release of next patch. Next patch will be bringing in pets. It'll be bringing in Doom Skulls. Doom Skulls are the exact same mechanic of Doom Skulls in Puzzle Quest. I don't think they were called by that name, but they're the same exact mechanic. They do 5 damage whenever you take or destroy them. Whenever you take them manually by swiping a skull, or if you just explode them. They'll always hit first slot, obviously, like all skull-related things do. And they also explode everything around them with a little 3x3, just like a standard explosion. But But yeah, we have no official date on the next patch, but likely within the next 1 to 3 weeks is when we will be getting it. And other than that, I think they're just doing like some small other tweaks to stuff. But pets and Doom Skulls are the 2 biggest mechanics. Next kingdom that's coming out, which will be coming out soon after, probably a few weeks after the next patch, will be bringing in several troops that have Doom Skull mechanics. And we've gone over them some on some of the streams. I'll probably go over them again once the time starts getting a little bit closer. Anyways, let me go and head to dungeons real quick. Claim these out real quick in like 3 minutes flat. Actually, let me go time it. I want to see how long this takes again. Watch, it'll take longer today. It's one of the, I think, slightly more annoying days. Because there's a Ural that covers every color. Speaking about things that cover every color, too bad a normal Ural doesn't do that. Let me go time this real quick. Oh no, I forgot. My computer's being really laggy right now. It's going to take like 2 minutes for this thing to load. Okay, I'll give it like 10 seconds. If it doesn't do it by then, I'm just doing it without timing it. By the time it opens, we could probably have already completed them. Yeah, it's still loading. Well, I kind of have to wait now because it's so close to finishing that I need to at least X out of it, if nothing else. Once it does get up. Okay, there it goes. It's going. Come on. Computer, please. I shouldn't have done that. I forgot how laggy it actually is. It isn't really acting that laggy right now, but after I try clicking on something, it definitely is. Come on. Okay, I might just have to do it normally. I could always timed it just by looking at the other timer too. I don't need an actual clock thingy for it. It's not wanting to load. Alright, we're just going without it. I'll just close out of it as soon as it opens. I'll do it off the little thingy. We started at 25. Or 125, I should say. Because there's no way we're completing it in a minute, that's for sure. Oh, we'll get a sunbird down. Oh no! The lag! The ultra lags! Okay, we'll throw that down. And what else do we need? We'll go take ourselves a green right there. It still hasn't loaded, by the way. It still has not loaded. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it right now. Haven't even had my computer on for that long either. It's only been on for like 2 hours. Well, I guess 3 hours if you count the time we've been streaming for. There it goes, it's up now. Too late. There it is. Way too late though. But yeah, we're at about 1 minute right now. And actually, wow. We're about to do this in about 1:20. If we get this down in, well, we're currently at 1 minute mark. We'll see in a second what we actually get it at. But yeah, I really want to see one day just such an overpowered team that it can win 1 minute. I know it'll be possible eventually, because it's possible to win Explore that quickly. But this game mode is still about a 1.5 minute to 2 minute activity. But it'll be amazing if we could eventually get it down to only a minute. And currently we are at... oh, no, we didn't win. Oh, no. One more Rowan cast. So it took us 1 minute and 40 seconds is how long that took. So, well, what is that? 100 seconds is how long it took to complete out dungeons. I guess 2 minutes if you count the time to go into this little screen and all that stuff. But yeah, it takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes or less every single time, pretty much. Unless something really bad happens, like a lose or loss or something. But yeah. And there's 2 minutes right there. But yeah, it went over well. Let me go close this program. Watch, it'll lag when I go and close it now, too. Let me see. Actually, we could keep it up and go test Arena. Then again, I don't think we'll be able to get that much data from doing one Arena. You know what? It's already up. Let's go do that. We got the Arena thing. I didn't really go over it at all during this stream. I did, like, briefly mention it, but of course most of you probably saw the video from earlier. But yeah, there was a change to Arena that has occurred, where they basically made it so you will now be able to never fight a Dawnbringer ever again. You can still use Dawnbringer, but you will not ever fight it. So let me go test this real quick. I want to go time this to see what we can actually do in a standard run. I'll be testing this a lot more extensively later, but I haven't actually done any data yet, so we might as well do it on stream and see what we could do. Let me actually go bring this thing on into the stream as well, because I always, on this layout, never bring it up. I would need to make a little green screen thingy for it, though. Let me go do that. Never mind, the program's going to be too slow for it, isn't it? Okay, we'll give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, hopefully it won't crash. Let me see. Let me go add... Oh, you know what? I don't even need to do that. I could just go add the thing I already have set up. I don't need to make a new one. I just need to find where my current one is. Okay, I believe it's a window capture that I'm using for it. So let me go look under my window captures. One of these should be the right one. There it is. I found it. Oh, it's as easy as that. There we go. Okay, we could have done that ages ago. It didn't take any time at all to go find that. Okay, let me just put it like right over... Where's a good place on this screen to put it? There's no good location. Let me just do it on the bottom, I guess. Make it a little bit bigger so it's not like unseeable. And yeah, that should be fine. Okay, let's go test it then. And does that block anything in a normal battle? Let me see. Divinity Fields, Explore. Let me go double check real quick. See, it's over the battle button. Let me center it on the battle button then. Let's see. Oops, it doesn't want to move slightly. Come on. Lands! It's lagging all over the place. It's moving, it's just like teleporting around. Okay, I'm not going to be able to center it. It keeps wanting to like jitter around, and for whatever reason my arrow... Oh, there it goes. Now my arrow keys are moving it. There we go. Nice and centered. Let's see how it actually looks on this screen then. Oh, it is off-centered. Why must they have all the things centered differently? Okay, I'm just moving it down then, just so it's not blocking the gems. Or as much. There we go. That should be fine. Okay, we'll have it there then for when we do the thing. Let me just go kill this out real quick since we're already here. Get the Sunbird down, get a Firebomb down. And one more little poke will do it. But yeah, let's go see how long it takes us to do Arena Run. And I'll be starting it from the second we start drafting. Because you do have to count the draft time in there. Because if you have to draft like 8 times, or I forget how many times it is. You do have to draft several times in an hour to actually be able to go and get everything. Because you obviously have to play Arena multiple times since it's not infinite. There's no infinite mode on it. Let's see. Hello, Trey. Also, hello, Oscar. Welcome, welcome. You just unlocked Dracos 1337. Is he useful for anything? Unfortunately, no. Dracos 1337 currently has no purpose. His final trait is way too weak. The only good thing he has is the fact that he's impervious. He also has 25% chance instant kill, but ever since they added Skyla, you would normally just use that instead. I would not really bother with Dracos 1337 ever, unless you're a newer player that just doesn't have anything to fight higher level players with yet. But if you've been opening chests, you probably got a Tesla this week if you've been opening event keys. So you'd be much better off using some kind of Tesla team than you would be using a Dracos 1337. But if you don't have anything else, yeah, 25% chance to kill each cast. That's really inconsistent, but obviously if he does get that, that's pretty strong. Nothing currently has immune to it that is player-owned, so it works out quite nicely. Anyways, let's go test an Arena run. It's been a while since I've even ran Arena. It'd probably be a little bit rusty, but let's go into it and give it a shot. Well, so far so bad. I don't even know which one's better. I think Rock at this point would be better due to his single target damage. He has a really high mana cost though. But for only 4 attack gain for 1 magic, that's not really worth it. So we'll go for the Rock. Also having yellows is pretty decent. Boar Rider, just so we cover more colors, would be nice. And then hopefully some kind of yellow for this final one. Ooh, these are bad picks. These are really bad picks. It's actually almost repick worthy bad picks right here. Lamprey, almost tempted to go for just because of its Devour chance. We could get some blues, which I guess would feed into our other thing. At this point, whatever we're grabbing is near useless, so we'll go grab that. And, yeah, I guess this will be our team. Let's just go with this first draft. I'm not going to bother repicking, I guess. Order is actually already correct. Yeah, I don't think I need to move anything around. Keep him in the back. Actually, oh, yeah, I have to keep the Boar Rider in front of the Winter Wolf because we need his mana. Oh, we don't have anything that uses brown. This is unfortunate. Oh, well, we'll just go with it. We'll go with first draft. Normally, I repick a few times if it's not the greatest, but... let's go with the first one this time around and see what we can do. So it ended up using a Dawnbringer, which is now not a Dawnbringer anymore. So that's nice. All we have to go do ourselves is go get Dawnbringer as quickly as possible and then win out that way. If I could stop giving it mana. Or skulls. 2 things I should not be doing. Okay, need to see if we can get some good Boar Riders on this board. Doesn't really look like anywhere that is viable enough to go for, so we'll just go take that. Get a red right there. Take some purples as well, so we get another one of him soon. Oh, the repositioning. Oh, he just bucked us all the way to the back. Well, at least that makes sure that we can't really die on it, but now we're blocked on blue, which is a bit annoying, as that is one of our core colors that we actually do end up needing in this battle. And I guess we'll just take that purple down and go for that. Yeah, there's going to be one of the slower ones. This team's actually not that good. We'll go for that. Skull doesn't really matter much anymore. He's going to kill our rock because of how it is. I'm just going to go for blue, let it leak, try taking a red the following turn, go from there. At least now we're not blocked on it, so we can just go for Dawnbringer, don't even need the skull. Winter Wolf isn't really going to do much in this context, so we're not going to bother for it. think Hunter's Mark is the main thing that's really going to be useful for, if we even use it at all. There we go, second Dawnbringer, and that'll be that. So 2 minutes for the first battle, though that does include the draft, so... from my last experience with this, it comes down to about 1 minute or quicker per battle, is how long Arena should be taking this late in the game with a Dawnbringer. Especially might be even quicker now that we don't have to deal with other Dawnbringers, since we don't have that conflict anymore. But, yeah, we'll see exactly how it goes. Like, this battle is going to be way quicker than the one we just did. It's nice to have a lot of yellows, too. Even if they're horrible yellow troops, it's nice to have the yellows just so you get the higher damage on Dawnbringer. And of course, I'm testing it with Dawnbringer just because it's the quickest possible thing to win with. There isn't anything in Arena that wins any quicker than Dawnbringer. We'll go for this reds there, so we'll do that. Get the board control. Grab that. We need some little bit more mana somehow. I can't take any of it manually. I might just take a skull just so he doesn't kill us out of safety's sake. As long as he doesn't get his little dragon all the way to full mana, we should be fine. And then we'll just go kill that out. Yeah, that was about a minute battle or so. Actually started really quick, but then it went really slow. I'll go for that. 2 wins so far. Let's see. Yeah, definitely try clicking refresh. My computer's been acting really weird, so it could actually be my side that's causing you to see like a random screen. But yeah, just click refresh and it should hopefully fix it. My computer's been acting really weird the last hour or so. Okay, we'll go get the Dawnbringer down. I don't think we have anything else to really move in all that mess, so we'll just get the Dawnbringer. He's obviously using she's obviously using a Dawnbringer. She's using the Fire and Ice right now, which means she was previously using a Dawnbringer, and now due to the new mechanic, it gets changed to a Dawnbringer instead. But all we need now is one more. Oh, I was gonna say, if that hits our hero, that would almost kill it. I think I'm gonna let it have that skull, because all we have to do is take 2 turns of mana. Oh, and there we go, perfect. So we'll go grab that. We have our board control, we have everything, as long as he doesn't kill us this turn. And that's that. There we go. Very nice. And what are we at? 4 wins now? In 4 minutes? No, only 3. Oh, yeah, because of the drafting period. I keep forgetting. The whole drafting almost took like a minute. Actually, I think it did take a minute. It took a little over a minute. So we're actually a little bit slower then, because we're taking slightly longer than 1 minute per battle. You definitely, if you're using Dawnbringer, want to be aiming for 1 minute per battle. That is for sure. Definitely not the greatest of teams. Could repick multiple times, but of course, doing that also uses up time. I was using that Imperial Jewel thing that I said is useless, and that is still true. I'm not quite sure why she's using that, actually. But very, very occasionally, you could use it last slot on your team, on these kind of teams, but I wouldn't really bother with it in first slot, especially when you have that much skull damage. You might as well just be running a, just about anything else. Okay, yeah, it does have 1 yellow, so I'm going to go and not take that skull. I need to try finding full mana right here. Perfect. We'll take those blues, throw this down as long as it doesn't kill us. Fine. And that's match. There we go. And there we go. 4 of them. Yeah, it's taking us about 1 minute and like 5 seconds per battle at the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to get that down just a little bit. Not with these kind of boards, we won't. I think the biggest issue here too is that we don't even use brown. And we don't have enough yellows on the troop, on the team. Luckily he's making up for it with all the yellows he has. Because a lot of people are using Dawnbringers, so you'll see like Dawnbringer setup teams. He's obviously just putting a bunch of yellow onto his team so that he can utilize Dawnbringer. But obviously, since you can't, the AI never brings the Dawnbringer anymore, we could easily go and just kill it because he has a team basically set up for Dawnbringer. But now we can use Dawnbringer, but he can't. So he's basically setting up his team for us to kill him, which is nice. Which is why I thought this might actually be a higher rate per hour now. We'd obviously have to test more than just 1 arena run, which I will be doing in the future, not exactly sure when. Really wish they would have an arena event. They actually said that that would be a thing, but they haven't had a single arena event yet. Would be kind of cool, because there isn't really much incentive for late game players to play arena, unless they were to actually make an event or, centered around it. There we go, it's the next one. That's 5 right there. It looks like our arena run's going to come out to like, what, 9 minutes or so? Somewhere around that general frame. So we'll go for that, take our manas, obviously just go directly into it. It's using Imperial Jewel again. What's with everyone using Imperial Jewel first slot? Did this just become meta when I wasn't looking? Well, I guess if you have a really horrible team, I guess you could solo with it, but it would be a bit slow. I guess if you don't have Dawnbringer or stuff, it could work out okay. Do I have any movement here that would be worth it? Doesn't look like it. I guess we'll just move something like through the middle of some kind, so we'll do that. Try getting a little bit of our mana, like a double drop. Get that up. Take that. Just double drop it again. Try getting his mana up. Don't really worry about any of them. We'll just take that. Throw Dawnbringer down. That'll be that. And that one did go, I think, a little bit quicker. Yes, it did. We're at 6. So we shaved off about 10 seconds there compared to the previous ones we were just doing. And what on earth is it using now? Oh, it's using the that purple weapon that has really heavy damage. I've never been a huge fan of that. That weapon has been out since day 1 of the game. I think I've only ever used it like a few dozen times though. I don't know, I've just never really been a huge fan of the weapon. It's, especially after they added things like Black Manacles, Creeping Death, and stuff like that. You've never really had much of a need to run it specifically to other stuff. It's also really inconsistent because it creates skulls only if you get a kill. Also, it does not stack that, so if you get 2 kills, it only creates 7 skulls. It does not create 14 skulls. If it did stack, then it would actually be pretty decent, because if you got a double kill, you'd pretty much get a triple or a quad kill out of it. But it doesn't stack with itself, which is kind of weird. It can only ever do 7 skulls per cast at maximum, even if you get multiple kills. If it was to ever be made so it stacks, I would probably bother using it in some situations. But in its current state, I wouldn't really bother. It looks like we'll finish at about 9 minutes, 10 seconds or so. So that is a bit slow as far as the arena run is concerned. So rusty at it. I'll go grab that. Grab the red. I do want to calculate out what that comes out to per hour, though. I will go take the blue. Take the other blue. I don't have a drop for it, so we'll just go into Mang, double Mang. He's using a Dawnbringer, as you can see. Or what should have been a Dawnbringer. He's using one of those 5 weapons that it gets replaced with. Which means it's probably using a Dawnbringer. For any instance we see those kind of weapons, almost guarantee they were using a Dawnbringer. And that's match. Oh wait, that's not enough damage, really? Okay, I'll just take the skull. Could have done that in the first place. And there we go, click claim, and there we are. And there's all of our rewards. 3,300 souls is how many we get, and that is the total amount of time it took us to go through all of it. And no thanks, and take our tribute. Okay. So, let's just say 10 minutes. It's probably more towards 9. Probably a range from about 8 to 10 minutes per thing. Let's just say 10, though, for easy rounding sake. Just to really lowball it. Because maybe we're going slower, maybe we're not paying attention as much. Maybe we keep getting bad battles. Maybe we take double draft or triple draft and it just doesn't go over well. But 8 to 10 minutes per thing is about the range of how long it would take. So, let's just go see that real quick. Oh gosh, calculator. How is it taking this long to open a calculator? I clicked it, and it's still not loaded. Come on, calculator. We need you. Okay. So, what is that then? 3,300. And the extreme lowball estimate is 19,800. So, yeah, that is a very, very solid 20,000 per hour. You could easily do more than that. Even what we just did was more towards 22,000 souls per hour. So, yeah, you could easily get that up to 25, maybe even up to 30. I have heard people mentioning that a lot. Like, you can get over 30,000 in an arena. Not quite sure how they do. Even when I've tested in the past, I think the most consistent rate I could get was the low 20,000s per hour. Was the best rate I can consistently do. You know, with just standard distractions and stuff like that. I guess if you really, really focused on it, and you just happen to get decent drafts, you could go up to that. But I think realistically, 25,000 is like the highest you can really still get. Of course, it's a little bit easier not seeing other Dawnbringers, but still, it doesn't really speed it up as much, because the quickest you can win a battle is still the exact same speed. The only thing now is it's more consistent to get those battles in, since you don't actually have to fight other Dawnbringers. But yeah, not too bad. Definitely not too bad at all. It could also be that people with higher VIP were mentioning that as well, because if you had like VIP, like max VIP, that would just be like easily 30,000 per hour, just because you'd get more souls per thing. Also, there are a couple questions I didn't answer. Let me go back to that. Sorry about that. Why some people grind so hard every week to get the first place in PvP? I'm not quite sure. The rewards are pretty bad. They might just do it for gold farming or because they find it to be fun. I could never stand doing PvP that much. I know the week that I did end up getting first place when I was only beaten by 2 bots. So technically I made 3rd, but it's considered first place because both of them were bots. But that week that we ended up doing it, I think we did like 8 hours a day on average, approximately. And then I just gave up on the Sunday because I was like, okay, we're already so far behind because they're just grinding 24/7 because there was bots, so I couldn't outpace that. But yeah, we ended up doing like 8 hours a day at a time. At some points, it has been like you needed to play, I think, 12 to 14 hours a day to actually be able to reach it. Some people just enjoy doing it or have that much free time. Because if you just count all gaming in general, some people do have that much time to throw at gaming per day. They just happen to do it all on Gems of War. Or I would assume if you're doing that much, they do it all on Gems of War. Let's see. Also, it's a little bit easier if you're doing it both on PC and mobile. Not that you can do both of them simultaneously, but you could do it while you're like moving around or doing other stuff by switching between the two. Just so you know, it's not showing... Oh, never mind, I already answered that earlier. It should be. Click refresh if the stream is frozen for any reason, because it shouldn't be. It's being extremely laggy, but it shouldn't be frozen. My connection's doing very well. My computer is not, though. But that shouldn't really be messing up the connection too much. How does a Dark Maiden, Apothecary, Yasmin's Chosen, and Widow Queen sound for Green Day? Sounds like it would work. Dark Maiden for the initial mana generation, Apothecary for the cleanse and Yasmin generation, Yasmin for your win, and Widow Queen for the disable. Excuse me. You might want to replace out Widow Queen for something... Oh, you know what? Never mind. Widow Queen's your summon as well. I forgot about that. So you can keep doing that to replace out your frontline tank. So, yeah, never mind. That would be perfectly fine. Like the team that you just mentioned. Don't they ban botters? Yes, but there are a lot of them. So they aren't always able to do the best. Also, the kind of protection they had against botters at the time was not as good as they have now. It's still not the greatest at the moment compared to some games, but it used to be pretty bad like 2 or 3 years ago, or about 1 to 2 years ago when I ended up doing it. Actually, I know exactly when I did it because I did it when we first started our thing. But yeah, this was like their first year, or almost second year, when they just started out, so they didn't have the best of bot protection. If this would load, clicking on the profile and it's just going crazy. Let's see, if we click on this, 646 days ago is the week that or the start of the week when I started to get the thing. So about 640 days ago or so was when we actually ended up doing it. But obviously, that long ago, it was almost 2 years, and they definitely have improved a little bit against anti-botting. It's still a thing in the game. Obviously, every game will have bots. You can't just completely eliminate them 100%, but they've gotten quite a bit better at it. Not sure how plagued the leaderboard still is with bots. I would assume not as much, so I haven't tried for it in ages. I know for sure that the raids and invasion ones aren't, because you would need gems for it. Not only would you need gems for it, but you'd still have to put in the time and stuff. Not to mention the person that got first place last week, we actually know it's JZG. He's sometimes in chat as well. I think he normally comes on Friday, Saturday streams, because the nightly streams are a little bit off for him. But he hasn't answered me yet. Should probably go ask him on the forum or something, because he hasn't been in stream actually since he made first. He was on like the weekend, but I think on Saturday or something. But yeah, he made first place with like 900,000 something points in raids last week, and I'm curious what his, or not raids, yeah, raids, or whatever game mode it was. But I'm curious how much he ended up spending on it. Yeah, it would have been raids. Oh wait, it was a bounty hunter. Wasn't both of them running simultaneously? I forgot about that. I forget which one he went for, but he did get first place on one of them. Which VIP level would you recommend? 3 and 5 have the best value. You can go higher than that if you really wanted to, but 3 and 5 are really the only 2 VIPs you should ever really bother with. VIP 3 gives you free scouting and costs $40. Most people get that by just simply buying the Death Knight armor pack, since it saves you 1,000 gems, plus you get gems from it, plus it gives you keys. It's actually probably the only pack I would actually really consider to be really good value. It's one of those things where they say, hey, this is a something dollar value. That's the only one I would actually say is realistically actually that value. Everything else, not so much. But yeah, Death Knight armor pack, really highly advised if you're playing this game long term, because it saves you tens upon dozens of hours in the long term if you're planning to play like 1,000+ hours. But other than that, it's a little bit weird how you would go to the other one. VIP 5, the main reason you do that is for VIP keys. VIP keys are mainly used, you don't really open them initially, because it's actually better to do gem keys initially, but VIP keys you tend to do when you're going full-blown completionist towards endgame, and you're trying to get everything within the game. It has the highest chance of getting epics, legends, and mythics, and it's the easiest way to gain mythics. Actually, it has twice the chance of gaining mythics over a gem key for the exact same amount of gems. So you'll normally see me during videos. I'll probably go through all my keys whenever a new mythic comes out, and then I'll go into VIP chests because it gives the best chance of actually yielding a mythic out of it, as far as how many gems you throw at it. But that you get $130. As far as reaching $130 on the game, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. It really just depends on what your preference is and what you actually consider worth it. Obviously, Death Knight Armor is one of them, but the other $80 is a little bit hard because there's very, very few purchases in this game that I would personally consider to be worth it. But yeah, you can kind of do that on your own discretion based on what you kind of feel like is worth it. But Death Knight Armor is the only like really obvious one. I've covered it in some videos before as well, and they haven't really added many new purchases. I think the only purchase they've really added in the last year or so was the one with all of the dungeon stuff, as well as the one with that ring, whatever that thing is called, which I wouldn't really consider worth it. Maybe once if you're a newer player and you're planning to go crazy for about a month, or for about 28 days, yeah, so a month. If you're like planning to go like 4-6 hours a day or something, then it might be worth it. But yeah, Ring of Wonder, pretty underwhelming for $20. Doesn't really give you much, but it is a good way if you're just if you kind of know how to play and you're still like a newish player. That would be the only instance you would really go for that new thing. It's not even that new anymore. I think that came in like, what, 5 months ago or something? How did he get so many keys? We just accumulate most of them from the guild and just from playing for so long. We've been playing since the game launched, so we've had a lot of time. We've had over 3 years, almost 3.5 years to accumulate everything. So that's why we have so much of pretty much everything. Let's see. But yeah, I've only spent, I think, what, almost $200 on this game? Somewhere around there. Not too much. I think it comes out to about $5 a month is about how much I've paid on this game. If you like break it down per month. If you had to guess, when would you figure Infernus would come around in the Forge? Well, he hasn't been around in a few weeks, and if they did indeed add that to previous patch, I would assume in like, what, 2-3 weeks? Maybe even next week, who knows? But I don't know 100% for sure if they have added the rotation on Soul Forge or not. They said that they would in the most recent patch, but I did not see anything on the changelog, and I haven't really bothered asking them. Though, even if I did, if I was to ask Salty or something, she probably wouldn't know the answer off the top of her head. Hello, Marcelo, welcome. Let's see. Oh, when does the new Mythic come out? Next Mythic will be coming out in, I believe, 3 weeks. I actually don't know the exact day off the top of my head. Let me go get that real quick if this page wants to load. Or my Chrome will just crash, apparently. Never mind. I might not be able to see it. Fail. Never mind. We'll see if it goes. My Chrome's like, nope, not responding. Yeah, I don't know what's up right now, but I don't even have that many tabs open right now. I just have all the Gems of War stuff open. The stream and the few Gems of War tabs, like the one I'm trying to open right now, just try to see this info. Okay, apparently I can't look at it at the moment, but it should be about 3 weeks from now, because we just had it, like, what, 2 weeks ago? But yeah, I'll have more information on that later, when my computer actually wants to load it. Oh wait, never mind, it's going there. It's going there. Hold up, never mind. We'll have it right now. Just give it a second, it will load. The link to it's also in the first link in the description, by the way, too. The Terran's World link thingy that says spoilers next to it. I forget the exact text I have next to it, but it's that one link. It's the first link in the description. That link brings you to the spoiler page, and just see what the next mythic is down the line, and that would be the one, that would be the new mythic. Whatever one says mythic, or is next down the line of all the troops there. Yeah, it's not wanting to load for me at the moment. It is still trying to do whatever it's doing. So I'll have that information for you later, because it is just not wanting to function. Actually, I can't even see chat now, because it's trying to load the other screen, but it's not moving back to YouTube. Fail. Luckily, I can actually see the chat through my stream interface, because it's a little bit delayed there. Oh, May 4th. Thank you for that, Sean. It's a little bit delayed there, but it's actually not lagging. It's weird. Everything, like, I don't know. Like, it's my Chrome that's lagging is basically the only thing, and any new programs I keep opening for whatever reason. But the stream itself isn't. Oh, wait, but then I just froze. Never mind. I'm completely frozen right now. Is the stream even up? Probably not. I'm, like, frozen right now. Wait. Yeah, everything's, like, frozen. Or at least on my end on here. Because some of my other tabs are working right now. Like this thing. Can you guys see anything? Gosh, why? Yeah, I'll need to figure out what on earth is up with this. I think it's just because it's... I don't know what it could be. It's not overheating. Or I don't think it is. I didn't bother checking that earlier. Okay, there we go. We're working now. Okay, everything's moving. Good. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream out now before my computer does something even weirder. I'll try to fix all these things and see what's actually up with it right now. I don't know if it's actually coming through on the stream, but everything's been acting really weird. Anyways, guys, I'm going to see you all later. Thank you so much for coming down tonight. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you all enjoy Arena now that you don't have to deal with Dawnbringers. And other than that, nothing new coming this Friday or this weekend, so nothing new there. Next week, or next relevant thing is next Monday, we are getting Silverglade as an event, so that has KrissTigger, it has a new legend coming in, and yeah, we'll be able to have quite a bit of fun with that. Other than that, nothing really too new to announce, other than, of course, the Dawnbringer, or the Dawnbringer change in Arena. And, of course, new patch soon TM. We don't know exactly when that's coming out, but hopefully very, very, very soon. Let's see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming down. I'll see you all later. Good night, and goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful week.